Let's take a look at navigating a Microsoft Word document. Now you're going to have many different ways to be able to navigate around and find the content that you want to go through, that you want to edit, that you want to delete, whatever it is. But you're going to have many different methods in order to navigate the document. Let's take a look at a few of these. Okay. So first off, you got your mouse, right? And this is probably one of the ones that I use the most common. I'll take my mouse and I can use my middle mouse wheel just to scroll through the pages. I'm scrolling towards my hand, and this is allowing me to move down through the pages. If I scroll away from myself, I'm scrolling up on the middle mouse wheel, then I'll scroll up to earlier pages. And I use that a lot. Just a really quick, efficient way to help me navigate through a document. Now, if you've got much larger documents, perhaps that's not the most efficient way. I got 50, 100 plus pages in this document, then sitting here scrolling with my mouse wheel probably isn't the quickest, most efficient way for me to do it and to find a very specific bit of content. But it's one way for me to do it, and I do it a lot. You've got your scroll bar. Over here on the right hand side of the screen, I've got my vertical scroll bar. Now actually, depending on how closely you're zoomed into the document, you may also get a horizontal scroll bar down at the bottom of your screen. Now you get that when your page is too wide to fit on the screen. Mine is already on the screen. You can see I got kind of these margined areas, these gray areas on here on the side of my screen, so I don't need that horizontal scroll bar. But if I zoom in really close, for example, I get in here, middle mouse wheel and the control key on my keyboard will allow me to zoom in, and you can now see that I got a horizontal scroll bar at the bottom of my screen now. But in either case, let me zoom back out again. Again, just control key and your middle mouse wheel. I got my vertical scroll bar, and I could use that just to left click and drag and help me scroll through those pages. Now, a little known fact inside of Word, if you right click on the scroll bar, you'll get some options. I can get to the top, meaning the first page of the document. I get to the bottom or last page. I can go page up, page up, page up, one at a time, or page down. Then I can just scroll up and scroll down as well. Again, that was just me right mouse button clicking on the scroll bar. You've also got some shortcut keys on your keyboard. Right above my arrow keys. Now I'm sitting at a full keyboard here. If you're on a laptop, your buttons might be in a slightly different location. But mine, on a standard keyboard, right above my arrow keys, I got my page up and page down buttons. Then if I give the page up button a click, this will take me up to the first page. I'm currently on the first page. I'll do page down, take me to page 2, and so on. And I can continue pressing page down or page up to help me navigate through that document. Now, these are all great. Middle mouse wheel, right click the scroll bar, just use the scroll bar, page up, page down on your keyboard. Here's another one. This is a really neat feature. It's actually one of the features up on the Home tab of the Microsoft Word ribbon. And you're actually going to find this in most Microsoft applications. They might be used a little bit differently, but the concept's the same. If I go to the Home tab, here I am on the Home tab. Over on the right, I got a Find section or a Find command. If I get into Find, there's an option for Go To. I'll open that up. I got on my Go To tab, I also got Find and Replace in there. Go To, I've got many different things that I can go to, such as pages. I could type in a page number, let's say page 3, and I can say Go To, and it'll take me right to page 3. I can say, hey, I want to go to a table. I got a few tables inside of here, and it tells me enter plus and minus to move relative to the current location. Example, +4 will move forward 4 items. So from this current table, I can move forward 4 items, or plus or minus so many items. If I just hit next or previous, this will take me through orders of the table. I hit next, there I am at the current table or the next table. I can go previous. I've got a table that's previous to that, next, and so on. You can also do graphics or images in the same thing, plus and minus relative to where you're currently at. I'll say go previous. Let's see if I got one there. Then I got that little dog. I think that's the only image I got in there. But you got many different things that you can go to within the Microsoft Word application. Again, all ways to help you navigate the document. And of course, really simply, I can just click someplace with my mouse and I can use my arrow keys to help me move up and down within that document. Not a big deal. So many different ways. You got your middle mouse wheel, you got your scroll bar, you got shortcut keys, page up and page down. You got on your home tab, underneath find, you'll have go to, and you got ways to be able to jump around within the document and look for specific content. So try these out. Open up the example file. It's a really simple one, just a few pages long, got a little bit of content in there, but it's called 03 Word Navigation adoc.docx. So try it out. Just get some of these shortcut keys down, navigate the document, just get comfortable with moving around within a Microsoft Word document.